Welcome to StartupHakk, where we love training software developers. We take people with zero experience and help them get trained to be ready to start as a full-stack software developer in as little as 3 months. So I was reading a great article the other day that was talking about how to manage difficult software developers. The article discusses various types of challenges employees in software engineering teams and provides insights on how to manage them effectively. It highlights the importance of understanding these behaviors to promote a harmonious and productive team. The type of challenges employees covered included the procrastinator. These are employees who tend to delay tasks, leading to missed deadlines. Managing them involves setting clear deadlines, regular check-ins, and time management training. The next one is the lone wolf. Team members who prefer to work alone and resist collaboration. Managing them may involve encouraging collaboration, assigning mentors, and providing constructive criticism. Next is the negative Nancy. Employees who focus on the negatives and resist change. Managing them involves addressing negativity, encouraging positive interactions, and considering HR involvement if it becomes necessary that they go that far. Next is the overpromiser. Team members who make overly optimistic commitments but often fail to deliver. Managing them involves setting realistic expectations, breaking tasks into meaningful parts, and encouraging open communication. Next is the know-it-all. These employees are closed-minded and dismissive of other ideas. Managing them includes addressing the behavior, emphasizing mutual respect, and involving HR if needed if they really are that obstinate in their opinions. The next one is the silent type. These introverted team members who struggle with communication can be kind of difficult to manage. Working with them involves creating a safe and inclusive environment, encouraging them to open up and communicate and give them communication channels, and recognizing their contributions when they give them. Next is the perfectionist. Employees who focus excessively on details and may cause delays. They'll rework the problem over and over until they think they have it perfect. I sometimes tell these kind of employees that done is better than perfect. Managing them includes helping them prioritize simplicity and providing coaching on time management. The next team member is the unreliable one. Team members who are consistently late, submit unfinished work, and lack commitment. Managing them involves setting clear expectations and holding them accountable when they deliver subpar performances. The next one is the conflict instigator. Employees who thrive on conflict and create a toxic work environment. These are the ones that always have to be devil's advocate. Managing them requires immediately addressing of actions in private and zero tolerance policies. This can often cause a lot of contention in your team, which never helps to provide a great team building experience, nor does it produce quality software. The next employee is the burnt out employee. High-performing employees who show signs of burnout. Managing them involves addressing the issue with empathy, suggesting breaks, and prioritizing their well-being. I know a lot of times I sit down with these folks and just really encourage them to make sure they're utilizing their vacation time or time away from the computer and making sure that they're working a good, even 40-hour-a-week balance. Overall, the article emphasizes the importance of addressing challenging behaviors promptly and effectively to maintain a healthy and productive team environment. I know for me personally, as I've worked with people directly, I always try to make sure I set very clear expectations, and then when those expectations aren't met, addressing them directly and immediately. I know that as I've done this, I found a lot of success in helping developers to either manage up or to manage out of teams. And that's the reality of having to manage with software developers. Because ultimately, you're faced with 3 options. 1, you can set up a performance improvement plan. If the employee is just not performing well enough and ultimately you need to start to work on managing up, you have to start with a performance improvement plan. And then you have to allow them a chance to be able to actually meet that. The next is escalate to HR or to upper management. This is now when things are starting to get pretty serious. A performance improvement plan in step number 1 can be done internal to the team, but if you really are not finding that the employee is getting to that improvement, then you've got to escalate it up to a higher management. Lastly is the third one, is the one we all try to avoid, but that's parting ways. While this isn't what you want to do, sometimes it's best for the developer and best for your team. And I know in a lot of cases, I will address the person first in these scenarios and say, hey, look, I don't think this is working out. Let's not get to a situation where I have to let you go. And usually a lot of times they'll get the hint with that, but in a lot of times they haven't, and I've had to actually do the terminations, which aren't fun, but unfortunately are part of running a good team. Just remember that a bad team member can really affect the productivity of your app, the morale of your team, and a lot of other things. So I've always found it best that when you know there's a problem, address it soon, address it early, and address it directly. That's why we here at StartupHakk, we love training software developers. We take people with zero experience and help train them to be ready to start as a full-stack software developer in as little as 3 months. So make sure you check out the link down below or go to startuphakk.com so you can get started today.